Carl Jung wrote about the archetypes of transformation. These forms enable the secret fire, which is the central mechanism in the processes of spiritual alchemy. In the same way that the mundane fire of the crucible provides the heat for the smith to strengthen and purify steel, our life's trials provide a catalyst that, when understood as such, create an elemental or ethereal fire, which guides the spiritual alchemist on their quest for wholeness or enlightenment. The first stage of spiritual alchemy is the Rubedo period. Here, we engage with and embrace our psychological shadow by arriving at the understanding that many of our life's trials have come as a direct result of our own actions and decisions. This Rubedo or blackening stage is balanced by the introduction of the second, calcination process. Here we learn the dynamics of our ability for spiritual ascension. The ascension is driven by a combination of the elements of air and fire, which act together to connect our soul with the power of the divine emanations. The phoenix is a perfect symbol for this process. This archetypal connection means that the processes of ascension continue with us throughout the whole journey. In the initial stages of our quest, this is just the first level of ascension. Correctly handled, it will elevate us beyond the constricting socialization of cultural conformity. This will lead to a radical breaking free from the dictates of our family in particular and our Western modern society in general. Spiritual alchemy progresses in the life of the quester through evolving cycles of solve et coagula. The word solve is related to our English words dissolve, resolve, and solution. From Latin, the phrase means to break down a substance to its rudimentary constituents before transforming it into something new. An equally fitting expression for this process is compression and expansion, or more fitting to our present context, dissension and ascension. While the Rubedo stage begins our first contact with our shadow, the next period of the soul niga or black sun is one where the hero is fully submerged in this part of the psyche. To enable the successful traversing of this challenge, the spiritual alchemist needs to be fully equipped with an ability to embrace the secret elemental fire. Again, as an elemental agent, the power of the secret fire is also one which continues throughout the hero's journey, connecting the spiritual alchemist with the divine emanations. For this reason, our archetypal identification shifts in this volume to the figure of the salamander, which, in its long-standing mythological imagery, is a creature that not only lives in, but also thrives in fire. We can see the blurring of the mythic lines of demarcation here in the similarity between the motif of the salamander and that of the dragon. The dragon is likewise associated with fire and is also a guardian of tremendous treasure. In the dragon myths, the hero is the brave protagonist who can withstand the numinous power of the dragon and understand their riddles. This imagery is apt here in this context, where the salamander guards the treasure of self-awareness for the hero. The riddle in this instance is that enlightenment is born from harnessing the secret fire in the midst of our suffering. This means that the spiritual alchemist needs to learn the power behind the exhortation attributed to St. Paul at Romans 5:3-5. We glory in our sufferings because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance character, and character hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our heart through the Holy Spirit, who has been given to us.